Lizzie Noodles, welcome to another new walkthrough, Ayutthaya, the Lost Capital. So this is such an awesome level and is a little tough to do without meds, but it can be done. There's no load screens for the different levels, so no replenishing of health, but there's plenty of spots to take damage. It's tricky, but we can do it. So if I feel that I've taken unnecessary damage, I probably will go ahead and reload. Sorry about that. So we're at the old Khmer ruins in Thailand. So there's a couple of boars straight away here, so this is a good safe spot to kill them. Yeah, sometimes they go a little further away, that's a little frustrating. Yeah, if I wasn't so conscious of health this time around, then I would just go ahead and get over there. Okay, so once they're dead, we can hop out of the water. So the main entrance to the ruins is on top of the rubble. There's a hole in the top, so we will just have to make our way around. We've got a few jumps to do. So starting on this block, this jump can be pretty tricky. You have to jump corner to corner, and because these are sloped angles, that's what makes it tricky. You might just fall on down. There we go. Okay, and then we can see we can grab this. So just shimmy along until you can pull up. Okay, up to here. Unfortunately, there's no crouch roll, and nor can you just flip out of a gap, so you do keep having to turn around in this one. That's a little frustrating. Okay, so out again, and then we can grab these monkey bars. So it does look like our path is blocked right here, but you can just go ahead and head straight on through. She'll drop down automatically. Keep on going. Okay, and then just these jumps to do. So this is pretty obvious where you're going. Okay, and from here this gap is a bit big, so just hop into this space in the wall. And then we can easily just jump on over to here. Okay, there we go. So you see the boulder over there? That's not a trap as such. You can shoot that to move the boulder. And the purpose of that is it's going to open up a space inside that water section. And there's a secret inside. So first secret of the game. So just hop on down and let's go and grab it. Also there's a Medpack, so pick that up. And then just swim on a little higher into this gap. Yeah, she gets stuck real easy. That's another frustrating thing. Okay, there we go, we're through. Climb on out and collect our secret. Okay, so back we go. If we can. Oh my goodness, Lara, what's happening to you? It's lucky this is just a short passage, otherwise I'd be dead by now. Okay, we did it. Success. Now, we actually do have to go back around yet again to get back up, so off we go. Okay, so just jump straight on over and we can now see the hole that's in the rubble. So just grab here, let go and grab again. And then she'll slide a bit and grab that, that's fine. And then drop down and she will not take any damage whatsoever. We still haven't taken any damage. Jolly good. So one cool thing about this level is sometimes you can see big gaps in the wall. You can see separate rooms, but we actually can't get there. So this is a room for later, but after peeking on in, we can see that there is a receptacle for a gem item. But that is for much, much later. First pickup item, we have some shotgun shells just in this sneaky gap. Okay, grab them, try and get out. The ceiling's quite low, so it's... There we go. Okay, and continue on round. So be careful of the spikes, just time your way through, come to the middle. We can grab some flares. Okay, and then time yourself again. And then hop over that gap that's got more spikes in it. So firstly we want to go to the right hand side, but I do like to show what's what, whether you're just watching for entertainment or watching my videos to help you with your playthrough if you get stuck. I like to help you get your bearings. So just up here to the right hand side of this section there is a big stone disc door. So that's something that we'll be removing later, and we'll head on into there later on. And to the left, this looks like a dead end. If you do manage to see that, oh, there is a little gap, it might just look like a bottomless pit. It is not. This actually leads you to a new section in the level, but that is again for later. So I do always like to help viewers get their bearings just to show what's around in the area. Okay. So we're going to set ourselves up now for a fire corridor puzzle, or fire traps. So we'll have some bats. They are very random number generator when it comes to losing health. So wish me luck. The trigger tile is the one that just raises up just slightly at the tree root. So I find it best, I've said before, just to keep moving. I'm taking a fair bit more damage than I did last time. So I don't know how accurate the keep moving thing is. Crouching down, absolutely, it saves health loss. But from what I've seen, it looks like you lose less health again if you keep moving. So after dealing with that, come into this dark gap that's hidden behind the tree. Okay, and at the end we actually do have a bit of a spike trap. So even though I've just lit a flare, I'm going to get rid of it because we've got some drops to do, and then I'll light a brand new one. Don't want to have a flare accident, so drop on down. Okay, drop again and grab. This is fine, keep going, you'll take a tiny bit of damage. And there's another spot again where we will be taking a bit of damage right here. So around the next corner, where the two tiles meet, climb up immediately when you can. Press the crouch button to get into this gap. Okay, so the reason for coming into here, we got this big old button, so go ahead and press it. And that's shown us what it's done. There's a lion statue right there. A block has removed itself from behind the statue. So that's in the fire corridor. We will get to that shortly. So to get out of here, just come this way, but on this more striped tile. That's a boulder trap. So just trigger the boulder and then get on out of the way and wait for the boulder to come to a complete stop. You don't want to have an accident. Okay, heading on out again, so we're safe now, no more boulders. Okay, just drop on down. I'll feel a little safer just being a little more in the middle. Okay, and we're back at a familiar spot. So again, time yourself through here and take a right and head on to the fire corridor. One thing I will point out is this little pit of water right here behind the tree. That's important for later. So here is the fire corridor. We got some puzzles to do. There's multiple lion statues, as you can see. There's 5 burners on each side. Our main goal is to be able to get up to that balcony and pull a lever that's up there. So. Okay, so we can go behind these. We need to open up the gap first though, just as I did with the first one. It's, I'll refer to the left and the right. Simply facing this way on entering, I'll always refer to this side as the left. And this side is the right, so that's facing this way. The section that we opened up, also let me point out, statues 1, 2 and 4 on the left do not extinguish ever. They constantly burn. So just something to bear in mind. So the section that we opened up is statue 4 on the right. Now don't forget to keep saving while you're doing this puzzle. It's easy to have an accident. So just wait for the burner. Golly Moses, that scared me. I got a message. Okay, you see a spike trap beneath my feet? Various points in the game, there are these tiles, but they are not spike traps. Not always the case though, so just be warned. You might need to have a save of your game and then test out whether you're gonna die or not. So this one's fine. Go ahead and push this button. And that's opened up another space behind another statue. So this whole thing is very much trial and error to know where you can go next. So because you are behind the statue now, it's not easy to know if you can leave. You can't see the flame very well, but you can see the walls and the floor illuminated. And if you look above the lion's head, when the flame has gone out, there will be smoke. You see that? So I'll wait again just because I wanted to point that out. There we go. So the area I've opened up now is the first on the right. Oh, I missed my chance. I was sneakily checking my phone. I didn't get to see it in time. I'll pay attention to this. Okay. Okay, coming on in. It seems we do have a dead end. We have a ladder texture and this other block above it that looks a bit suspicious. That's actually a hatch that's going to lead us up to the balcony. So this is our goal, getting the hatch open. But what next? Well, we have these marks on the ground. That is our hint. And also, when the flame is lit, you can probably tell this block looks a little suspicious. So we can grab this and push it as far as it will go. Okay, and behind here is yet another button. Okay, so now let's continue, get out of here and find the next section. So the next place we can go to is the third on the left. Okay, push the button. Okay. Next is the last on the left, so the fifth gap. Okay, while I'm in here, I want to point out another sneaky gap. So there's a secret behind that sneaky gap, but that's for much, much later yet again. So continuing, push the next button. Nothing has happened, no rumbling this time. So this is actually action 1 of 2. The next action is this block is movable. We're going to push it onto the odd tile. So that's actually lowered another block right ahead of me. I can push this a little further than the spot that it started in. So this entire section on the left side of the statues is actually one hollow opening. We can remove blocks along the way on this particular side to make it, you know, a section we can be behind through all the statues. You see I can push this further, keep going. Okay, so that's as far as it will go for now. This button has already been pushed because right now I'm behind the third statue on the left. We've already been behind this statue. So go to the fourth statue and push this button. Okay, that has actually opened a few blocks behind statues, but you need to know exactly where to go to first. Some of them are spike traps and we need to deactivate those traps. So I need to be able to get out of here. So I was behind the wrong statue. That one did not extinguish where I was standing. This might be a good spot for a save as well. I've done a bit of progress. We don't want to have an accident. Okay, so there are, I believe it's the last one and this third one, the middle one that's opened, and the second one. I could be wrong about them, but we don't need to go to all of them because not all of them are safe. I need to firstly go to the second on the right. So this is incredibly trial and error to figure out where you're supposed to go, because you might just end up dying. So this button is safe to press. It looks like there's a trap, but it's fine. So that has deactivated some spike traps. We're heading now to the last on the right. So you probably did notice you could hear some spikes. One of these was actually constantly active, spikes in and out of the ground. That was this one, but now this is safe to press. And we've opened up another section where we can push the block on the left hand side. We can push that a bit further now. So heading back in to the left hand side. Doesn't matter exactly where you enter, as long as the burner is out. Okay, come along and push the block further. Okay, now this button will activate a Wraith. You can kind of actually see just behind the block next to me is glitched. You can just see there's a crawl space. Not for yet though. So anyway, this button will activate a Wraith. So this burner next to me does not extinguish. You have to come to this burner in order to leave, and then head to the little pit of water behind the tree that I pointed out to get rid of the Wraith. So when the Wraith activates, it will give you like a cutscene, a little cutaway. So you don't have to rush and move straight away. It's actually helpful if you don't, and then you can kind of sneak past the Wraith, so to speak. So when you are ready, okay, there it is. So then just roll and head this away, wait for the statue. You're likely gonna get hit, which is annoying. Oh, I did well. Okay, and this is frustrating because you just gotta crawl. I like to try and zigzag, but I think to no avail. And then I like to jump to bamboozle it straight into the water. And it's better to come into this gap, because when you're in the water, you'd be surprised to know that wraiths can still get you. If you're a little close to the surface, they can still get you. So I'm doing pretty good on health, I must say. It's okay at this point to only have half. I know I'm pretty much almost half, but it makes a difference. Okay, so this is good, but it's okay to be at half if you also want to try the No Meds challenge. Okay. After them shenanigans, let's have another save. So we're going back to the pushable block. We can push that a little further, and now we'll reach the crawl space that was the secret was given away. So we'll head there. Okay, that's it. There we go. So head on in and all the way to the end. So now we're actually on the other side of this. That was actually the passage that led to the fire corridor. I've been there before. Pretty irrelevant, but just so you know. So we're actually just heading up and around, like over the ceiling section. So just watch your head here, and there is a big hole in the floor. So don't drop down. We don't need to drop down yet. Use this section to head round. Okay, and on the other side you can drop on down. And we have this button. Okay, that has opened the hatch, and we can now reach the balcony. So there's two ways you can go back. You can completely retrace your steps, or you can drop down the hole in the floor. So I feel it makes no difference in which one is quickest, but dropping down the hole in the floor will certainly lead to a bit of fall damage. Not much, so it doesn't really matter, but coming back exactly the way you came actually puts you exactly where you want to be anyway, back in the fire corridor, instead of, you know, needing to go around. But as I say, I really don't think it makes any difference whatsoever. But mostly because of the fall damage, I'll just retrace my steps. Okay, remember which statue you can exit through. I think not this one. Okay, so behind the first statue on the right, don't forget. Okay, here we go, and up we come. Awesome stuff, so go ahead and pull this lever. So we can see a new door has opened. I have not yet pointed out that door. It is in fact at the end of this corridor, so just make your way to the other end. Just crawl on through to the other side. Okay, here we go, and in we come to the new room. So there is a very important item that is required. That is the revolver sitting right here. So picking that up triggers this flyby. This shows us the new area that's, you know, through the pit that I mentioned. So this is what I will be calling the water room whenever I talk about it. So it's showing us what's in the new room. And there is a gem in a lion's mouth. And there is another one. Okay, so it just so happens we are in the same room as the second one. So the first one in the water room is behind a gate, so we'll need to open the gate. And also, in order to shoot any of them, we still need a laser sight. So that's our next goal we're working on. So quickly just grab these shotgun shells that are in the vase. And then come to this sarcophagus. And we have found the blue gem that we knew we needed. We just don't know how to get to that yet. So that's for later. We've got the gem though, that's fine. And we're going to make our way to that new area, to the water room. So our goal now is looking for the laser sight. Okay, that corridor makes me anxious, okay. So, yeah, there we go. Go ahead and return. This is the section where we were behind there, just in case you were still wondering. Not that it matters. Okay, here we go. So to get down here safely, this is a slope, so she'll stop here, jump over that. And I recommend you don't just roll off the edge to grab the edge, because you might be in the wrong place and just fly down forward and hit a slope by mistake. So this bit sticking out, that's sloped, and you can hit that and just fly all the way down. Now that is a bottomless pit and you will die. You can also see an opening in that wall there that if you eventually manage to get into that tricky opening, you'll discover pretty quick that it's a dead end and you've wasted your time. So there's nothing there. So hop over that and then come on through. So before entering the water area section, let me just show you what's in this first section. See what we've got. We've got another stone disc door. That one will be opened later with a canopic jar item, a vessel of inspirations, what it's called. But that's for later. So heading to the water room. So there's a sneaky opening up here. It's all about the sneaky openings in this game. Sneaky gaps. So you see the point on the step to my right where it starts to dip down. Just be a little below that, like on this this patterned line mark that I'm on. So this can be a little tricky to grab. I've had, you see, I've had a surprising amount of frustrations with this jump. There we go. So crawl on through to the other side. Drop on down. And there is this pole. Now, I have a bit of trouble with this pole. I think it's just me, it's not a tricky pole. But I can end up falling off quite often and either just taking a lot of damage or dying. So, cautionary save. Okay, so as you climb on up, one reason I struggle, or at least I used to, I've had a bit of practice now, it can be a bit confusing of where to go, because you see in front of the screen there's a sloped edge. So are you going to there? Are you going to the opening on the left? No, keep on climbing. And that's where we're going. So don't be too high either, otherwise Lara will bang her head just as so. Yeah, be a little lower than what you think. There we go. So here is the water room. So let me just go ahead and kill this crocodile. Okay, got it. And right now, this is where I will end this video. So next time we will be continuing. We'll find the laser sight and everything else we'll need to do in the room next time. So thank you for watching and see you there. Take it easy.